This video here is all about Power Grid Pro reviews, consumer reports, whatever you're looking for about this product that can supposedly help you save on electricity in your house. And it is a scam. This is not something that can actually do that. This is a long-running scam. I'm going to tell you all about this. You probably saw a TikTok ad, maybe a Facebook or an Instagram ad, something like that, with a video presenting what looked like someone who created this, but that was a lie. For example, in one of the ads that I saw, it said your power company is charging you for electricity even when you don't use it. I tested it myself as a licensed electrician, and you're not going to like it. And it shows a guy in front of a van. It says Mike Torres, electrician. The problem with that, if you saw that one, is that first off, it has his phone number as 555 ELECVAN, which is not a real phone number, but he's a completely AI-generated character, AI-generated person. Mike Torres, the guy talking, it's an AI-generated person. So that's not real. That's not very trustworthy to begin, is it? No, it's not. And that's running through the Power Grid Pro TikTok user, just one word, Power Grid Pro. And it even says FDA approved safety in the ad. And it's not FDA approved. The Food and Drug Administration has nothing to do with this. So that's pretty scammy and pretty terrible right there, isn't it? And it says, my name is Mike Torres, a licensed electrician from Austin, Texas. I've wired over 3,000 homes, inspected electrical systems for a living. And when I tell you something's wrong with your meter, trust me, something's wrong. And he talks about how there was a client in Austin, a nice lady, a retired teacher, who said something about how her bill was really high and she wanted to know what was going on with that. And he wanted to find a solution. So what he did was he unplugged everything. He turned off her power, all the little switches in the breaker box, and also turned off the main breaker box switch, you know, the big one, boom, and it goes down. He said that once he did that, he turned off the main breaker, he plugged in his little device or whatever, and the meter was still spinning, and he realized, wait a minute, power companies are routing their excess electricity through your meter so they can make money because they have to sell electricity they send out, which I don't think that's how that works, but, you know, what do I know, right? The way that I know that Power Grid Pro, if you're looking for Power Grid Pro reviews, consumer reports, is a scam is because this is the same product. It's just a newly designed look, like a rounded top that's green. It lights up green. This is a new product a newly designed product rather, that's been going around for a number of years under other names to make people think that plugging in a few devices around your house will somehow tell the devices in your house, like your refrigerator, your AC or heating, if they run through electrical, not gas or something else. Anything you plug in, they're going to tell those devices to use less electricity, or that it's going to try to stop power from coming from a power company to you, and you being charged for unused power, which is that's not how that works. People are lying to you in these ads, and TikTok allows the ads because they make money. They accept money for these ads. Meta does it too. Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, they accept money for scam ads all the time. And their PR people will tell you, we don't allow scam ads. Here's our executive statement. And here's our on background stuff, you know, whatever, right? And it's just like, you know, but you're still accepting scam ads money and you're helping these fraudsters thrive. And you're not going to address it because you're a massive company. And therefore, you know, you feel untouchable, which is unfortunate in today's world. The video that I saw continued to talk about Mike Torres and how this guy talked to someone named David Miller, a former senior engineer at a major utilities company, and something about how that guy got fired. He copied his research, created a prototype called Power Grid Pro. And the one they showed says Power Grid Pro on it and has some like garbled text. Looks like it's AI manipulated. Looks really bad. Some people might not notice that though. And the ad keeps going. I'm not showing you it because I don't have the rights to show you it, but I do have the rights to try to keep you away from scams like this. And I hope that you understand that. So, you know, that ad keeps going and it ends up after about 4 minutes directing you to a website, which I'll have to see exactly what that was. It was getpowergridpro.com, which also has AI generated images that say, under the images, power companies are sending unused electricity through your meter, charging you for power you never used. It says Power Grid Pro catches that power in real time, I guess is what it means, and sends it back to the grid. That's not how that works. The reason why I brought up the whole Mike Torres thing and all that is because there are other ads claiming that other people created this magic device. This device is a scam. And all it does is light up green. You might be saying, well, Jordan, did you try it? I've held one of these before in my hand. Yes. If you open it up, it doesn't have any technology inside other than to light up a little bit green. And it's sad because people will buy a bunch of these, spend a lot of money, and if their electric bill goes down, that was my hands making a noise on the table here, not something else. If your electric bill goes down after you plug these things in, you'll think, oh, these things work. But no, that's because you use less energy. That's how that works. It's called a coincidence. The other ad mentions this: never turn off your appliances. This is on TikTok. To save electricity. This work from home dad just discovered a surplus electricity loophole. That's a buzzword key phrase thing. Surplus electricity loophole that power companies have been hiding for decades. And it has a guy in like a shirt with a collar and then a suit jacket on top of that in front of a sign that says Tech Talk. He kind of looks like the guy who's the editor-in-chief or the editor-at-large or whatever with CNET. Not really sure. And it has him talking about it. And that's just not the case. And then it shows someone has a degree in electrical engineering. They've been in Atlanta for 8 years. And in 2020, he went fully remote. His electric bill was $512. And so he called the electric company to ask why it was so high. And he decided to put, and there's someone named Mark. Mark decided to put his engineering expertise to use. He grabbed his multimeter and tested every appliance in his house. Everything was fine. But then he did something most people would never do. He shut off the main breaker, like the other video. Everything, there's no power flowing, and his meter kept running, is what they're trying to do. You keep spinning. There's no power in his house. Then what is his meter doing? And they're talking about how surplus electricity is what is flowing into the house, as they claim. But buying our little device, Power Grid Pro, if you're looking for Power Grid Pro reviews, consumer reports, whatever, they think that that is going to be something, or they're claiming that that's going to be something that's going to help you. And that's just not the case. Talking about how they took it somewhere. There's a wait list. Power Grid Pro, he launched it to the public. People, they're showing fully AI videos. If you find out Walmart, by the way, walmart.com or amazon.com, that does not make it more legitimate. Those are just brands that you know of. They allow third-party listings for lots of products, whether they're scammy or not. It's unfortunate. You're not going to find a Walmart store in your town, I'd have to think. And it goes to the same website, getpowergridpro.com. And it claims you can get 50% off, but these scams always offer 50% off. That's the standard price. They claim, oh, our regular price is this big number. They're never going to offer it for that. Because if they did, no one would buy it, of course. They claim it's going to come with a money-back guarantee. Well, they've lied to you about a lot of stuff already. You can't really trust that. They have fake comments, AI-generated image, intelligent energy saver, Power Grid Pro is what it says. And they claim with Trustpilot stars at one point, the green squares with the white stars, that it has a 4.9 out of 5 based on 18,843 reviews, and that is a lie. They claim you can get one of the devices for $40, two for $34.99 each, I believe is what it says. I'm sorry, $29.99, or three for $24.99 each. And so what they're wanting you to do is to buy a bunch of these. They want you to think that if you buy 4, you can reduce your power by up to 30 to 50%, meaning your power bill is going to go down by that much. And that's just not going to happen. What these people are hoping is you buy this, you don't ever try to return it, and then they keep your money, basically. And I think at some point here, I'm looking at a video that I can't show you. They mentioned maybe that it was featured on some different publications. I don't see that. I thought I did, so maybe that's not here after all. And so Power Grid Pro, reviews and complaints. I saw something about the company called Belvore, BELVORE.com. So what's the lesson here? Power Grid Pro is just the latest electricity-saving device scam that is out there. That is, Power Grid Pro is the name that marketers, the scam marketers, came up with to sell this. And the thing is, here's the big thing. This is a product that if you do a reverse image search, you can find the same product on Temu or Temu, whatever you want to call it. I think it's Temu. If in the Super Bowl commercial, they called it Temu, I think last year, the year before. AliExpress, whatever. It's a generic device that they claim reads Power Grid Pro. My guess would be that whenever you receive one of these, it doesn't say Power Grid Pro, but I don't know that. But I do know this. It's not going to save you anything on your electric bill. It is a long-running electricity-saving device scam. These products cost next to nothing on those other websites I mentioned. Temu, AliExpress, like $2-3 per device, and they do nothing other than light up green. I've held one in my hand before. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any information about this I did not mention, please let me know. What's going on with this is that someone is trying to market something in a very flashy way. TikTok is accepting money to allow these ads, to allow these scam ads, to give the scammers their first point of reaching you. Because what is anybody, what is a court, what is any institution going to do to TikTok or Meta or anybody? Not much. And they know they're kind of untouchable. It's really sad they don't do more to enforce ads, to credibly moderate and check ads before users see them. That would require them to spend more money. Oh, no, not that. We can't do that, right? Like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Jordan Lyles. I'm a senior reporter for the website Snopes.com, the fact-checking website. This is my personal YouTube channel. I do work there during the day. Nights and weekends, I come here and do my own thing to try to help people stay away from stuff that that I want to show you, that I found. And this is one of them, Power Grid Pro. This is not something you should go and spend your money on. Instead, use less electricity. Call your power company and say, is there a different rate plan I can get on? What can I do? Do I have any options if your bill is too high? These scams also exist for little cheap $2, $3 fans that they claim are heaters or cooling devices. Don't believe in those. Those also come from these cheap websites from China or whatever, and they don't do anything significant, but they have the same marketing setup. Anyway, thank you so much for watching.